unlock your world one word at a time, because language isn't just about learning, it's about living. Let's get started. Wonderful listeners, welcome back to another episode of the Languages Pedagogy Podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that resonates with so many: how to make language learning possible for busy professionals. Whether you're juggling meetings, deadlines, or personal commitments, finding time to study a language can feel nearly impossible. But with the right mindset and strategies, it's absolutely doable. In this two-part series, we'll start with core strategies and the mindset needed to fit language learning into a hectic schedule. In part 2, we'll look at specific methods and tools for practical language practice on the go. So if you're a working professional looking to finally tackle that new language, this series is for you.
Audio Jungle.
Let's start now with section 1, embracing the right mindset for busy learners. Success begins with the right mindset. Let's talk about the mental shifts that make language learning manageable, even on a tight schedule. First, quality over quantity. It's a myth that you need hours a day to learn a language. Short, focused sessions can be more effective than long, infrequent study sessions. Embrace the idea that consistent, bite-sized learning adds up over time. Second, embracing microlearning. Language learning for the busy professional is all about microlearning. You don't need to cover entire chapters in one go. Focus on small, achievable goals like learning 5 new words or practicing pronunciation for 10 minutes a day. Third, celebrating small wins. Staying motivated is essential, and one of the best ways to do that is by recognizing progress. Celebrate small victories like remembering a new word, completing a short session, or having a mini conversation with a native speaker. Fourth, integrating language into daily life. Rather than treating language learning as a separate task, think of it as something you can weave into your routine. You can study while commuting, cooking, or working out, making learning feel less like an added burden. What are the takeaways for the first section? With the right mindset, language learning becomes manageable. Short, consistent study sessions and celebrating small wins help maintain motivation even with a busy schedule. Section 2. Creating a customized learning plan. A tailored learning plan can keep you focused and make the most of your limited study time. First, setting clear goals. Define your language goals based on what you need most, whether it's conversational skills, grammar basics, or professional vocabulary. Prioritize based on what will be most useful in your life or work. Second, identifying realistic time slots. Audit your day to identify small pockets of time for learning. For example, if you have a 20-minute commute or a lunch break, these moments are perfect for fitting in short study sessions. Third, prioritizing core skills. Focus on the skills you need most, whether that's listening, speaking, or vocabulary. For example, if you're aiming for conversational fluency, dedicate more time to speaking practice over grammar exercises. Fourth, choosing the right materials. Select materials that fit your learning goals and are easy to access on the go, like podcasts, mobile apps, or short articles. Having ready resources saves time and helps you jump right into learning when the opportunity arises. For Section 2, a clear learning plan that fits your goals and schedule can transform your language study. Define priorities, use available time slots, and keep materials ready to maximize your efficiency. Section 3. Time-saving techniques for vocabulary and grammar. Mastering vocabulary and grammar doesn't have to take hours a day. Here are some efficient methods to help you make progress with limited time. First, spaced repetition for vocabulary. Apps like Anki and Quizlet use spaced repetition, which helps reinforce words over time. Spending just 5 minutes reviewing flashcards daily is incredibly effective for vocabulary retention. Second, learning high-frequency words first. Focus on high-frequency words and phrases, those you're likely to use regularly. These foundational words make up a significant portion of everyday language and give you more practical speaking power. Third, grammar in context. Rather than memorizing grammar rules, learn grammar in context. Use examples, sentences, and short dialogues to see how grammar is used naturally, which saves time and enhances understanding. Fourth, practice chunking. Memorize language in chunks, like phrases or expressions, rather than individual words. Learning whole phrases can help you become conversationally proficient faster, without needing to construct sentences from scratch. The takeaways from this section: using tools like spaced repetition, high-frequency vocabulary, contextual grammar, and chunking allows you to make efficient, meaningful progress with limited time. Section 4. Maximizing hidden learning time. Busy professionals often overlook hidden time throughout the day that can be used for language learning. First, using commute time. Turn your commute into a learning session. Listen to podcasts, practice with language apps, or review vocabulary flashcards. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily commuting adds up. Second, integrating language into work breaks. If you take a coffee or lunch break, use a few minutes to review a flashcard deck or practice pronunciation. Breaks are ideal for bite-sized language practice that doesn't feel overwhelming. Third, exercising while listening. Combine language learning with your workout by listening to podcasts or audio lessons while exercising. This multitasking approach helps you stay consistent without sacrificing leisure time. Fourth, incorporating learning into household chores. Use language resources while doing tasks like cooking or cleaning. Language apps and audio lessons are easy to follow while doing routine chores, making productive use of downtime. So here are the takeaways for this section. Hidden time, like commuting, breaks, and chores, offers valuable opportunities for language practice. By leveraging this time, you can study consistently without rearranging your day. And in part 1 of our series, we've explored the mindset, planning strategies, and time-saving techniques that help busy professionals succeed in language learning. In part 2, we'll get into specific tools, resources, and interactive ways to practice on the go. And before we're heading to the next part, I just want to remind you that new episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure to tune in weekly for your dose of thought-provoking conversations. You can also find our shows on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and follow us for more. And thank you for joining me on the Languages Pedagogy Podcast. I hope this episode has inspired you to see language learning as something possible within a busy schedule. Stay tuned on part 2, where we'll continue this journey.